What is up? What is up? Welcome to episode 99 of the Degrees Couch Chronicles. Welcome to our show if you're new. If not, man, this is just a podcast where we try to have fun. We try to hit some topics, you know what I mean? Try to get real deep and in depth about stuff people probably don't talk about. And we try to introduce our own topics, life experiences, stuff like that. You know, it's like a conversation between us and you guys all at once making this podcast. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out, or we want to introduce you guys to the brand we have right here, Shop Glow Nude.
Yes, guys, visit us on our website at www.glownudeshop.com or follow us on our Instagram at glow.nude. We have 100% organic, Black-owned products available for your body head to toe. So again, visit us on our website at www.glownudeshop.com or visit us on our our Instagram at glow.nude.
Yeah. Little slip-ups, you know what I mean? Raw, uncut, it's all good. Let's get started. First topic. I'm always, well, everybody's really on Instagram, Twitter, you know, the social medias, Facebook. Mm-hmm. You're there, you know what I mean? And you see something, maybe it's a meme, something funny, and you'll think about writing a comment. I look at the comments before I write a comment, right? In my mind, I don't think other people do the same. Because, you know, how many times have you go down like a celebrity's pic or like a meme, and then you see a comment, like the same comment, like 5-6 times.
That's true.
So I'm like, yo, what are y'all not either one reading the comments, or none of you guys are having original thoughts? Or I feel like I'm bugging because I'm like, yo, they're all saying the same thing. It's like 17 people saying the same thing.
I feel like when you scroll down the comments sometimes and you see a comment that you might think to put and somebody already put it. And
not only that, 15 other people did it.
Yeah, but
what are y'all doing?
They have like 1,000 likes and like 10, 20 comments under it, right? That means that you're gaining some form of quote unquote clout, traction. So you put the same comment hoping for the same reaction, and it just continues. We're in the day and age where people are just looking for clout. They're just looking to be seen, like, you know what I'm saying? So
I never get it.
If I leave a 2 or 3 yellow hearts under Beyonce's post, right? And she likes and she comments 3 B's, right?
That's dope.
Somebody else is gonna do the same thing, hoping to get a like and a comment from Beyonce, because the first time somebody did it, they got that reaction. So next time I do it now, I'm gonna get that same reaction. So it's kind of like, oh, the clout thing. They just want to be seen and noticed.
Yeah, but what about when it's like something funny or whatever, you know what I mean, like a video, and, you know what I mean, you're thinking like, shit, look behind you, you know what I mean? Let's say that's what it is. And then there's a comment section, so you would comment, you know, look behind you, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then you see fucking 30 to 60, look behind you, look behind you, look behind you, you know what I mean? Like, it's a bunch of the same comment. I never understood that shit. That shit always pisses me off. I go right to the comments sometimes and I see that shit. I'm like, wow, bro, no original thought. No one has an original thought. Sometimes I don't even comment. I don't leave not one comment. If I'm leaving a comment, it'll be a fire, or some applause, or some congratulations. I'll throw some happy birthdays out there, or happy born.
I just feel like we're in just a day and age where everybody just wants to do the same thing. The moment you're doing the same thing, you're all of a sudden like a part of this fictitious crowd. Like
when they post the stories,
yeah,
the black black or the black squares.
It's
try to be original. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say.
No, I don't feel like that's impossible. I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking about how going forward, how nothing ever is gonna be original. You think of something. And this is your genuine thought, right?
This is your original thought.
And then imagine you put on an outfit and you go outside Like you're confident about this outfit. You really put it together. It's unorthodox, right? You might have mixed like plaid with cow print. And you go outside.
That's different.
And you seen everybody, a girl walking down the street with plaid and cow print, and then another guy plaid and cow print, and then you're like, yo, like it's almost like, yo, what the fuck? Like it's
it puts you in a place. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't know. If it's the first thought, like when people think they're the one who's gonna catch this deal, you know what I mean? So now the mall's packed because everybody thinks they're the one that's gonna catch this deal. So I don't know. I feel like there's something going on with everybody having the same thought. There's just that in between thought. You know what I mean? Like, why is everybody having the same thought? Like everybody's on the same wavelength.
I don't feel like it's a why, but for what? Like, what's? Because I feel like it's obvious that it's someone, something, somewhere is trying to like have a control. It's like the watch that they dangle in front of your face, and they're like, you're in deep sleep.
Yeah,
or
like
whatever.
the Christmas commercials.
Yeah, and when they snap, like you're all of a sudden snap out of it. So it's like these things they're carrying the crowd, and then when they want them to snap out of it to a point where they can control the emotions and reactions, it's like, all right, now let's play games with these people. You know what I'm saying? Because think about everybody's watching Euphoria. Regardless of if
the gas
it's a
price
great
is
show.
high, so not everybody's, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
regardless of if it's a great show.
Trying to get gas in cans or whatever.
You got niggas that's drilling holes in niggas' gas tanks to steal gas. Like, watch out for that.
Yeah.
I don't want to get nobody no ideas, but that's just what I saw.
But anyway, yeah, we started off crazy with that. But I like it though. Yeah, I feel like there's something is going on, kind of like having everybody do the same thing. But that's just another thing going on. We're gonna move on. I like this one. When did you realize that your parents are human?
Yeah. I wrote that in a sense because as a kid or as a child, you kind of see your parents and you kind of see them as like immortal in a sense. Like they don't ever cry. Like they don't ever do nothing. They just walk around, do this, do that, or whatever, being parents. So it's just like, at what moment in your life did you realize that your parents are just like you, in a sense where they probably be crying in their room, like they probably like deal with shit just the same, but they have to kind of hide it in front of their children?
Yeah, I don't know. That's rough for me because I still hold my parents in such a form. I guess to most people it would be once you become an adult. You know what I mean? Because like your parents, they're in charge of so much and they carry so much. So I feel like you're forever gonna have them in that light. But like, of course, once you get older, realities, you know, everybody pays bills and people gotta do things to pay bills. So I would say for some people it would be when they become an adult, because now you're taking on those responsibilities and maybe now you are a parent. So I feel like that shift happens when you are now in their shoes. But I feel like a parent will always be in that light to their child, no matter what, because you learn life experiences through them. They might have taught you how to cook, how to clean. So in some regard, they are still, I don't want to say not human, but they're still those motherfuckers. Like, they did that shit. So I don't want to say don't look at them like they're not, you know what I mean, delicate too with shit going on, but in some way they're still at that stature because of what the path they laid out. Whether it's good or bad, that's the path they laid out, and they are the one that created you. So in every regard, what if, you know what I mean, someday your child now is looking at you like you're human and you're not human to them, you know what I mean? So you just gotta think about it like that.
I feel like the moment you feel like your parents are quote unquote human is when you kind of like become a parent and you kind of realize that the behaviors and certain things and the way certain situations went down is kind of like, oh, like I realize why you did that now. I feel like as far as looking at it as like, don't get me wrong, parents are like, your parents are your like superheroes or whatever, quote unquote, but I just feel like there should be, they are human, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it should be approached as such. I feel like I hate it when parents feel like you can't address certain things because they're like, oh, I'm your parents, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there should be an open dialogue between parent and children, or parent and child, or whatever. I don't feel like it should be like, oh, because you're a child, we can't have this conversation, because that's how it gets tricky. Parents don't understand that, like, they are the first for everything with a child. Like, conversations, like the way you navigate certain things in life. And I feel like when you create this, oh, like, I'm like a Superman, and you know what I'm saying? You kind of like create this, like, what's the word? This not realistic picture for your kids, where they feel like, yo, unrealistic. Yeah, unrealistic image for your kids, where they feel like, yo, yeah, you could do anything, and yeah, you can like make it through, because yeah, you have responsibilities, but that's just such. Everybody has responsibilities. It's just that you have a child, and that's your responsibility. Like, if I had a house, that's my responsibility. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. In some regard, they're still the domain over your life form, because they created you. So I don't want to say they're not human, but in some point they're governing your shit. So
right.
But you know what I mean, you should. I agree with the whole have an open dialogue with your child. Make it safe to be able to talk to you. You know what I mean. The space should be open for communication and all that stuff. So
right.
That's kind of, I like that. So one more. Let's get into one more. Lessons that should be unlearned.
Yes. What do you feel like are some lessons that should be unlearned?
I feel like anything that comes between punishment, especially with parenting, you know what I mean? So I'm not a parent, but I feel like what I will unlearn is that you somehow need to,
strike.
Yeah, like, not strike, but like,
I'm trying to say you're politically correct.
Yeah, I don't feel like with the power that's distilled into an adult, that in any form should be placed upon someone who hasn't even understand violence. Like, this person has no idea what violence. They're learning violence from you.
Yes, that's true.
So I don't want to have that type of light shined upon my kid. Like violence came from my father. You know what I mean? Like I learned, like, you gotta hit people because they're doing the wrong thing. You know what I mean? So
or they made a mistake.
I'm like, whoa, no.
I feel like this.
Wrong message. So
that's true. I feel like this when it comes to that. Like, it's all boils down to patience, right? People only do it because they have no patience. So it's like, if I tell you go sit down over there and you take 15 minutes to go sit down, then I don't have the patience to say it.
Well, I already told you 15. I'm going to give you another 15 minutes.
Yes. So it's like, it's cool because, like, sometimes you have to check yourself as a parent, because it's like, yo, I'm 150 pounds and I'm going to strike a person that's like 26 pounds.
26 ounces.
Yeah. So it's kind of nutty once you think about it, but it all boils down to patience. You know what I'm saying? You have to, it's not trial and error, but it's just it's repetition with parenting. Like, if I tell you to go sit down, I know I'm gonna have to tell you 50 times. It gets annoying, but I just know I'm gonna
beat you now.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you 50 more times. Like 50 more times. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just know that you gotta say it 1,000 times. That same thing you gotta say it 1,000 times. Like, for me, the lessons that I have to unlearn, I guess, kind of revolves around the same thing. Like, it's a lot to do with patience. You know, it is, like, with everything. You just have to know when to, like, be patient. Always be patient.
And I feel like I have to unlearn thinking that everybody cares about what you gotta say. Like, I feel like I need to unlearn, like, I feel like when you grow up, you know what I mean, especially if you're in a certain type of light, you feel like what you say matters. to people, but to some people it might not. Like, I don't care what you gotta say. So I feel like another one for me, it would be like unlearn thinking that you're that important. Like, I don't want to sound all down and like depressing, but like there's 8 billion people. Like, I mean, I don't want to say it like that, but just don't think that the world revolves around you every time. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I said. I'll think I can unlearn. Because a lot of people probably struggle with that, you know what I mean? Narcissistic qualities, like...
I hear that a lot of people... That's the new toxic now.
Yeah.
A narcissist, like,
So the world don't revolve around you, JD. That's it.
I feel like, I guess I gotta unlearn just feeling like people automatically know stuff. You know, because sometimes a lot of people don't know what you know.
I didn't know.
So to feel like it's automatic...
I didn't know.
It's kind of crazy because people might know different things, and likewise as yourself. So it's like if you feel like somebody already know it and you get irritated.
Yeah.
I have a very, very, very short temper for like 4 specific things, and I feel like when those 4 specific things are like crossed, it's just like I malfunction. Like, I don't know how to act, so
yeah,
I guess it's just that.
All right, we're gonna take a break right here. This is a beat by me, J Degrees. Enjoy. All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, and you wanna, you know what I mean, get some more beats or some beats of some other natures, get in contact. Yada yada. Let's see what we got. What we got? As a kid, when did you tell yourself you were going to get married or start a family? For me, I think it was somewhere like in the 30s. I think like 32-ish. But now I'm thinking like it would have to be. It would have to be like 47, maybe 45.
That's crazy.
I don't know. Like, for me, and I've probably said this a million times on here. For me, it's more so about achieving a lot and then doing that later. You know what I mean? Like, what can I get, and then be like, yes, I did all this. Now I'll start a family. Because to me, I think starting a family is like your prize. It's like you did all this. You've done so much for the community, your society, for the world even, or you even just seen the world, and you had something to say to somebody who was in need. You know what I mean? Just that. But then I feel like you'll be able to nurture something into being good because you've done some good. But that's just me personally. But if you're just thinking, man, that age is coming, because I had this conversation with my girl too. If you're just thinking about the age, it's like, yo, that age is coming. I gotta get to that age and have kid by that age. And now you're in this situation, but all because of an age situation. So it's like, I don't know. I don't want to put it on a number because things you might be in a hole at that number, and then now you want to add on to it because this was something you promised yourself as a kid to do. So
I feel like the age matters though, because think about it.
But some people, she's saying yes, scientifically, your eggs are less fertile.
No, but it's not just about the eggs. I feel like people, eggs aside, you're 50 and you have a newborn baby. What time do you feel like you about to check? Like,
you about to spend your life living and growing with your kid.
That's crazy
that
though.
Make a little
Like,
sense.
You're gonna see your child off. Probably like they're 12. You probably check. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how?
My was 62.
So it's like my dad is 60 or 70 or whatever, and he can't even play football with me or do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when it comes to that instance, that kind of matters, because think about what you're doing right now. You're in your prime. You can do a lot of shit, yeah. And I'm saying, if you want to live that lifestyle, you can live that lifestyle. It doesn't matter. But when it comes to like, think about when you're how tired you're gonna be, how like stressed you're gonna be, or whatever. Because remember, you might be an entrepreneur, but that doesn't mean like the work stops. Like, And then if you're 50, think about how tired you're going to be. If you're 60, how tired you're going to be. 70, how tired you're going to be.
I feel like if you wait even too long, then you might have to ask yourself if you even do want kids.
Exactly. So it's like, it comes down to have the conversation now. It's like, if you want it, when is the right time? If you don't, then don't worry about it. Like,
there isn't a right time, but
it doesn't matter.
I feel like if you're gonna constantly think about that age, then you might want to get it done by that age if that's your big thing. Like, man, I want to have kids before I'm 30, or I want to have kids when I'm 30. Then get it done if that's super important to you. But keep in mind that you're doing it because of the age. So any type of issues come down the line, it's like, man, like I can't do this. I'm like late on mortgage payments. Remember, at least you're 30 with a kid. You know what I mean? So you did that. So you're only gonna be blamed for your own experiences. And like a lot of people achieve things later on in their life. Oprah Whitney, you know what I mean?
Oprah Whitney?
Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah and Whitney.
There is an Oprah Whitney.
Oprah Whitney. Oprah Whitney.
Shout out to Oprah Whitney. But yeah, there's people who achieve things later on in their lives. So I mean, I don't think age really matters when it comes to.
Age doesn't matter with a lot of things. Age matters with kids. It definitely does.
Okay.
You can be the healthy. I just feel like it's just the duration of your life. Like you can be the healthiest or whatever, you live to see 100, but it's just like think about the mental health of your child. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know your child wants to live a full life with you, so it's like make sure you're able to do a lot of the things that they want to do and be a part. You got PTA meetings, you got freaking school trips and whatever. Just make sure that you're there when it comes to that. But I feel like when it comes to your age, it don't matter with a lot of shit. When it comes to kids, I feel like it definitely does matter. Not specifically for your body, because it has proven that a woman can have kids when she's like 60. Yeah. I think Naomi, I'm not saying she's 60, but I feel like she just had a baby. Naomi Campbell just had a baby too. And Tyra had a baby when she was up there in age. Yeah. Damn. She had a baby when she was up there in age. So it doesn't matter when you're...
So did Gabrielle Union.
Yeah, so it doesn't really... No, Gabrielle Union died. Yeah, you're fucking... She definitely adopted that baby.
She
had a surrogate.
With Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, she had a surrogate. They took...
Really?
She can't have kids, yes.
Damn.
They had a surrogate. She wasn't pregnant.
But yeah, shout outs to kids sometimes, man.
I feel like...
You got a kid, right?
I feel like I told myself that I wanted that at like, I think the same age, like 30. But it didn't really matter to me when I got into my teen years. I was like, I don't really care. Like, 'cause I used to watch Hannah Montana and all those princess movies. I was like, I want to live a fairy tale life. You know? But then once I got older, I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, like marriage and all that stuff started to just become like, it's whatever. Like, I don't.
I'm on the path to enlightenment, man.
Yeah, I don't see how people chase that down. Like, if you get married and you find that love and you do all that, cool. But don't be like, I want to get married. Like, I need a ring, I need a husband, I need it now. No. Like, don't do all that. It's not necessary.
Find yourself, yo.
Yeah, once you find yourself, your husband will lay right in your lap. It's like one of them birds dropped them.
But let's get into our music take so we can skedaddle. We got Kodak Black, Back for Everything. All right, I've heard some songs from this, and yo,
I'm not gonna lie, Kodak Black never misses.
Old Kodak and new Kodak is on a path to the illest Kodak.
He might be nutty, but I feel like he.
Just Kodak Black, bro.
He just never missed. His real name is Bill Kanan Capri. Imagine
it sounds like a spell.
Yeah, your real name is Bill. Like, where you get Kodak from?
But you know what I mean, follow us on all our socials. Subscribe on Anchor. Subscribe on Spotify. Like us on Apple Podcasts. Check us out on iHeartRadio. We're everywhere. You know what I mean. It's not an issue to find us. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Twitter. Get in tune, man. Share us with your friends. Check us out on Facebook at JDegrees or Degrees Beats. Facebook.com/Degrees Beats. Yeah, you know what I mean. The show's rising. We're on to our 100th episode next week. You already know the vibes. The vibes are gonna be coming. The vibes are gonna be coming. It's gonna be a vibe. That's it, right? You have anything else?
Yes. No, I don't have nothing else.
We're at war with ourselves. We're at war with ourselves. We're at war with everyone outside. Stay safe out there, guys. Peace.